Good morning. Thank you. That was Ethan LaValle. He's a violinist and organist, and he's going to be playing the postlude, and we've seen him here, and it's kind of great seeing the young people playing music. And I kind of get jealous in a very good way. So thank you, Ethan. Welcome, everybody. It feels like we haven't been here for a couple weeks. And at the same time, the last week's weather was really bad, and so I'm glad that we're all here together today. We do have a few announcements to make. In addition to having Ethan here, we have Martin Shedd. He's helping out today too, playing on the organ. He's relatively new to the area, and he works at Hamilton College, and so he likes to play the organ, so him and Bruce are working together. So thank you for being here and sharing your talents. Also, we have a pancake supper coming up, because guess what? It's almost Lent. Next thing you know, it'll be Easter. The cycle just continues. But anyways, Lent's coming up, and on March 4th is our pancake supper at 7 p.m., right, Ellie? It's at 6. Okay, that's what I thought. It's at 6 p.m., so ignore the posters for now. We'll get them corrected. It's at 6 p.m. We had a little bit of confusion. So just remember, pancake supper, 6 p.m., because we want to go to bed by 8, if that helps. So if you want to know, so come to our pancake supper, and then we'll have 3 services of our Ash Wednesday, 8:30, 12:10, and again, I think it was 5:30 we said. And I'd like to do it a little bit early because it's such a simple service. I don't want to keep us here all night long, but 5:30, so feel free to come to those. We're still gathering on Tuesdays at 12:10 for the Holy Eucharist. Keep Edwin in your prayers. He has the general ordinational exams, the GOEs coming up, so he'll need some prayer. We've got the bishop really helping us translate things and doing things to kind of accommodate English. And so he's getting towards the next steps of the ordination process. So keep Edwin in your prayers right now, because I'm sure he could use those. As well as this weather and the snow. I'm going to announce it for the rest of the winter. Do what's the safest for you, right? We cancel the services to kind of give everybody a break if the weather's bad, but it's really important that if the services aren't canceled and you're not safe, to be safe. I wash away all your guilt, you're absolved, whatever makes you, it's very important that you stay safe, okay? And so you can always watch us online. Pick up your, if you have any outstanding envelopes, they're in the office. I think that is all we have. Today, if you want to make a donation to the Super Bowl of Caring, we've been kind of postponing it because of the fact that We had to cancel twice in a row. So if you want to donate to the food pantry through Super Bowl at the offering, right? Is that what you do? Please bring in food, or if you want to make a monetary donation, there's envelopes around, or you can just put it in an envelope and write your name on it and say, hey, this is the food pantry. The need is still there, but they have made it into districts. So it's not as like everybody was coming everywhere and it was chaos, and then they put it back to the districts and everything's leveled out a little bit, but the need is still there. And for all you who contribute, that's great. Everything else is in there. If you have any questions, please feel free to come after and talk to me about it. And then finally, I think we should keep the Pope in our prayer, our Catholic sisters and brothers. Pope Francis isn't doing too well, and I know for one that I'm my second Pope, and so keep the Pope in your prayers. And also, you'll be seeing soon, announced in the bulletins, a Lenten study. So during the season of Lent, Deacon Barbara, Reverend Barbara Groves, is going to be teaching leading a Lenten study up in the vestry room during 9:15, 9:30. We'll have to figure out the time, but you know when the adult forum used to be on? That's when she's going to be doing it. So keep an eye out for that as well, for the Lenten study. And the Stations of the Cross, obviously. Oh yeah, and she's preaching today, so yay. I love when we have other preachers. I think, I love preaching, but I also think it's nice that people get to exercise their gifts and calling as well. So with all that said, let's gather our thoughts and minds after my hour-long announcements again. We're back. Let's sit and stand and worship and be in the presence of a God who loves us. Whoever keeps the word of Christ grows perfect in love for God. Amen.